Okay, g'day guys. We're on the line with Duane of Aussie heavy metal guns, Electrik Dynamite. How are you, Duane?
I'm doing well, thanks, mate. And yourself?
I am brilliant, mate. 2016's pretty much done and dashed now. How would you say this year's been for the band?
It's been a bit of a transitional year, actually. It's been a bit slower than we've had in the past, but with all in reason. So it's basically we got a new vocalist about a year or two ago, Luke, and it was about that last year was about getting him acclimatized to the live crowd, getting him out there, and this year was kind of winding down with preparation to get songs written for the next record. So we've been frantically writing and preparing, and I've been overseas for 5 months. So in that time, the guys have been getting together and heads down, bums up kind of thing, getting it out there.
Awesome. Now, it's been quite a while since we've had the chance to see you guys here in South Australia, but you've recently been announced for the Church of the Still Festival here in February next year. Are you looking forward to coming back?
Oh, so looking forward, mate. Like, Adelaide's kind of second home for me. Like, my fiance's from Adelaide. I've spent a lot of time in old bands, doing the road trip across to Adelaide, selling merch for them, playing in bands. So I love getting to Adelaide. I love playing there, and I love the scene there. And it's just, like, for me personally, it's a second home for me. So the fact that we're still wanted over there, and we've been asked to come back to the festival, it's really exciting. So I'm looking forward to early next year. Really looking forward to getting back across there.
Now, you've obviously been on the scene for quite a while and played these sorts of festivals interstate. This is like the best one that I can think of that we've ever had in South Australia. Obviously, there's you guys and Black Majesty, Alarum, and like a bunch of other amazing bands. How do you think it stacks up to the rest of the festivals in other parts of Australia?
Oh, mate, look, my whole thing for a long time in Australia has been our bands stack up to the world. So you pick a genre of band, a sub-genre, a metal band, whatever, and there's going to be a good band in Australia that represents Australia very well. So I think it's unfair to try and compare festivals in Australia, etc., because realistically, they're always strong lineups, and I'm not just blowing smoke up all our band, all my friends' asses that are in bands. The reality is, you put a lineup on, it's going to be filled with good bands. So, to be always included in these things, to be asked is always an honour, and to go along and support the scene and be a part of it here, it's always a good thing.
Absolutely, and you guys are obviously one of the main draw cards for the Church of the Steel. Do you have anything special planned? Like, we're going to be hearing any new material, maybe?
We do play a set's relatively new, actually. Like, we've been testing out for the last year, testing a few tracks to test it in the new album. So for Adelaide, it's primarily, I'd say, 9/10 or 8/10 new set for you guys.
Wow.
So, we still got to include some old ones because there's nothing worse than seeing a band that you really want to see and they play nothing that So we still play a couple of the old songs, but primarily it's new stuff. So we're really looking forward to seeing our friends over in Adelaide react to these songs and see if they're really worthy for the next album.
Oh man, that is awesome news! I can't wait to hear all the new stuff.
Yeah, it's I think a lot of bands say this, but I feel like it's obviously a lot more mature. The music that we're writing, it's a little less gimmicky and glam. Like, not that we're ever a glam band, but we was always lumped into that kind of category. But there's a lot more true heavy metal in there and rock and roll in there. So we're really looking forward to seeing what you guys think of it.
Actually interesting that you say that. Traditional and true and thrash sort of heavy metal seems to have made a pretty big comeback over the last few years. Why do you think that is?
It's fun. Fun and it's fast and it's fun, it's fast and extreme, mate. And the visualization of, you know, funnily enough, like you look at what's cool when you're this generation that's young, they got into like metalcore, whereas we back in the day got into like new metal or thrash, like thrash, new metal, 90s, and then they moved on. And you look at the metalcore that's popular with the kids these days, the visualization is like lots of colours, big prints, a lot of gore, a lot of that deathcore stuff. And thrash is that, but like 20 years ago, like all that imagery is being done. So there's a perfect visual correlation between the genres. And for a lot of people, like metal and merchandise in particular, it's like actually my forte, but like that correlation there is already set, so it's easy for those people to just go, oh, this stuff must be cool because it looks cool, so let me check it out. And then they're like, you know, like having older brothers to listen to Metallica and Slayer and Anthrax and Exodus and all that, all the greats. It's like, it's not that hard to get into it when you grew up on it, and you just might, you know, subconsciously forget that that's what's been bombarded in your ear the whole time, you know?
Absolutely. And do you think maybe the cleaner vocals might play a part in that as well?
Yeah, like I think when you're a metal fan, generally you're kind of open to everything. Like you appreciate the talent. The one thing about metal fans is they appreciate musicianship. So if you have a brutal voice and you rip, people love it. If you have a really awesome voice with, you know, like a 5-octave range, you know, people love that too. As long as you've got talent to back up the music, generally people love it. Or if it's just punching you in the face at 100 miles an hour, you know, people don't love that too.
Absolutely. Now, I myself haven't had the chance to see you guys live, but I have seen a lot of video and heard a lot of good stories for your amazing live show.
Oh, thank you.
How much work do you put into it?
It comes from, our live show was really organic. The members of the band were all kind of, when we formed, we were all kind of members that were the kind of leads in all our old bands. So when we put everyone together, we naturally like cooked in the kitchen, but in a performance aspect. So we actually used to be a lot more ridiculous on stage, crazy. We used to do a lot of stuff when we were live, like just no care, carefree, dangerous, living on the edge kind of stuff when we played live. And I can say that honestly and back it up without, you know, feeling like I come across like a potential idiot. But that's how it used to be. But as our songs improved and musicianship improved and what we want to achieve in a live show improved, like we kind of tone down on that and ensure that we can deliver a sound product musically for people, so they're hearing how we want it delivered, but at the same time, the energy and the performance is always there because that's what we all grew up on.
Absolutely. Oh, well, I can't wait to see you guys in action in February next year. Just to finish up, what else is in store for Electrik Dynamite in 2017?
Yeah, well, 2017 will be the second half of the transitional period. So, the plan still to get in the studio and record that second album. I mean, it's Head and Sex Metal came out in 2010 and we've gone through a million changes since then. So we really need to have I would say, ourselves first and foremost to do the album that we really want to do. But we're not going to rush it. We're old enough, we've been around long enough to understand that what's the point? Like, the scene here in Australia, it's like, you can work your ass off to be seen. And if you rush it, you're going to get nothing. So we're going to take our time. We're going to do it the way we want to do it. And if it takes us another 5 years, to be honest, mate, it will take 5 years. We want to do the album that we feel we deserve first and foremost, and then kind of go from there.
Awesome, man. Oh, I hugely respect that. Thank you so much for speaking with me, Duane, and for being our Band of the Month. Can't wait to see you guys in February.
I can't wait to come take a few beers with you, mate.